Hello and welcome to another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry, your guide for this enlightening journey. Stay with us for an informative and engaging show ahead.
Keep that smile on their faces and preserve their innocence. Cherish the moments you have with them and create the best memories. Let's inspire our children to dream big and work hard to achieve all they aspire to be. Take the time to listen to our children and really hear their side of the story. Our children deserve love and the right to access their basic needs. Do your part and protect our children.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know when they are. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
Thanks for staying with us. Silence can be heavy, especially for children who have suffered abuse. But a voice of hope continues to rise. We turn our attention to the unwavering efforts of the Victim Services Division, which offers vital support and guidance to child victims as they walk the path to healing.
Children sometimes see too much. At other times, they hear too much. And many of them feel too much. There are situations where children become victims of crimes, seeing, hearing, and feeling too much of its effect. The hurt and trauma can linger without the proper intervention strategies. This is where government's Victim Services Division comes in. The VSD is having a far-reaching and sweeping impact as it provides help to this vulnerable group.
The Victim Services Division is that division within the Ministry of Justice, which is responsible for coordinating the ministry's support base for victims of crime. Anyone can become a victim of a crime. Victims of crime are often persons who suffer just about any crime you imagine. There are sexual crimes, small children, there is robbery, there is murder, wherein the primary victim, though, has deceased. The secondary victim, which is the family members, are there for the support that we give. We recognize that our victim population was getting younger. Whilst we still would have to communicate with them some of the complex concepts that are a part of the therapeutic process. Hence, we needed to find a medium that will allow for us to use their type of language, colors and sounds and movement.
Well, that medium the ministry found was the use of an animation bundle. It is comprised of 8 short films that offer therapeutic intervention and lessons to children who are victims of crime.
Your daughter was almost abducted today, but she was smart. She ran away. However, there is more she could have done. Walking with headphones on is a dangerous habit. You must be alert. Pay attention to your surroundings and the dangers around you.
Our animation strategy involves the creation of a character called Justy. And Justy represents all that is good and right about what should be done when a child is faced with a difficulty. A child seeing the animation immediately will be able to interact. They are short animation films, so the attention span of the child is not hampered in any way. And our intent is not just for them to watch Justy, but to become and to embody the teachings, the values of Justy in order to help other children.
I have not left the house in over 3 weeks. I came here to work as a helper, and now he tells me that I'm going to work at a nightclub.
Put these on and get ready. We're leaving for the nightclub in half an hour.
Anyone can be trafficked. It does not matter your age, gender, or race.
We also ensure that we would have elected to choose specific topics which were current and will remain current. Abduction is a reality. The matter of being bullied is a reality. Human trafficked is another reality, and among others. There are 8 animation films. And these are current, we have seen over time. We have had the opportunity to have children literally vet the animations, and we are very comfortable that they have the content that will reflect concerns that children would want to share with their friends.
But why was the Victim Services Division so sure that these animated videos would have or will even continue to pull the required effect?
The process of developing an intervention involves doing an assessment. We would have had the benefit of, over the last 20 years, 200,000 victims that we would have been able to assess. We would have had clear understanding of what needs to be done to provide support for the victims of crime, hence the program VSD. What we did was to use that 20 years of experience. We have a cadre of trained social workers, psychologists, various levels of competencies to work with children. And we have just managed to package this entire expertise into 8 animations. I am absolutely confident that they have what it takes to make a difference.
So even in all the challenges, the Victim Services Division is working to provide psychosocial support for victims of crime. The division is committing its unit to the advancement of victim rights, including those of our children. And your role can be as simple as speaking up.
Are you aware of how Jamaican adolescents use social media? What do they do online? What do they post? Do you know if they are being harassed? These are questions you should be asking yourself because it is your duty to keep your children safe online. Parents, here's what you need to do. Be active online and offline. Help your child to set up his or her online profile. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the different social media applications that they use and set some rules. Protect our nation's children and save them from cybercriminal attacks.
In recognition of World Telecommunication and Information Society Day, attention turns to digital safety in an increasingly connected world. Stay tuned as we look at some simple yet effective ways to protect your personal data while using everyday technology.
Choose strong passwords. A lot of us reuse our password and we use easy what we call soft passwords. You know, the name of your child, your date of birth. We encourage consumers to choose passwords that are complex, include characters, numbers, and symbols in your password, and no less than 8 characters. The other precaution is to control access to your machine. That includes don't leave your device open on the table. So your smartphone or your computer, lock the screen. Very important because somebody can easily access your data that way. The other precaution is to protect your sensitive data. So identity theft is real. And it's pretty easy for an actor with criminal intent to get your private, to create an identity of you. So they can go on your Facebook page or your LinkedIn or any social media site and grab your information, your name and other information, and create a profile of you in a different scenario. In some cases, they can actually go in other jurisdictions, they can use the social security number and actually apply for bank accounts and other services, financial services. So identity theft is real and it affects us all. So the advice is to try and limit the amount of information you put out there in social media. Social media is important. It keeps you in touch with friends and family you haven't seen for years, and you have a big geographical distance between them, but it also exposes you. So keep your private information offline. In regards to online shopping, utilize the services of a legitimate and well-known and well-established website. Some of these more well-established websites may not necessarily carry the product or the service that you're looking for, but you do have websites out there that they may be running a legitimate organization, but their security precautions that they take in their back-end system is not sufficient. It not necessarily means that you can't shop with them, but or they might not deliver your product, but the level of trust that you have in them might not necessarily be what it should be. But online shopping, there's a service called Better Business Bureau, which a lot of these websites utilize now. And what they do is the Better Business Bureau will evaluate the website and organization for the level of legitimacy, the care that they take in protecting shoppers' data, and they will give them a rating. Their rating system is also based on the number of complaints that consumers logged with the Better Business Bureau. So so websites that are highly rated by the Better Business Bureau will have a tag on them, BBB. You may have seen that before. So that's a good way of evaluating a particular website if you choose to shop with them. Protect your credit card information, especially online. Don't just plug it in any website. And remember to log out of websites after you finish using them.
In the past, we would simply, go into a bank and we would sign mountains of documents to purchase a house or even a car. Now there are opportunities for you to use digital signatures where you can do these transactions online, which now makes it even more challenging to police, because how do we know that you are the actual individual online that is adding a signature to a particular contract or an agreement? So it is very important for consumers to understand and to have a better education on protecting ourselves in these regards.
Social media is fun,
but it can also be unsafe.
To ensure our safety, we need to be smart. That's right. The first thing to know is that being on social media carries certain risks. So, being a smarty pants on these platforms will work in your favor.
Here are a few tips to keep in mind. Be careful about what you share. Know your audience by limiting who can see your posts. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Meeting people online can be exciting, but always stay cautious. Beware of catfishing.
To learn more about how to stay safe online, visit the Office of the Children's Advocate at www.welcome.oca.gov.jm.
Teachers, parents, and children alike,
stay smart, stay safe.
Built out a host of drones, a fleet of drones that we use to manage our land resource. And they include small drones like the DJI Mavic 2 that I have, and also the larger drones like the DJI Matrix 350.
The National Land Agency, NLA, utilizes drones to effectively manage land resources through inspections. For smaller properties, the NLA employs smaller drones. In contrast, for larger properties, the agency opts for larger drones that can cover more ground and conduct longer flights to map extensive areas. The NLA integrates drone technology across several departments. It uses drones for land valuation, inspections, and deratings. Additionally, the drones assist in property mapping, cadastral surveys, and topographic surveys. The agency's estate management division also benefits from this technology, as it aids in managing various properties and land leases.
We've also incorporated the technology in hydrographic surveys. So we're mapping many of our piers, many of our nearshore harbors, and we're using the drone technology to assist the hydrographers as well in their work. Additionally, we have implemented a drone pilot training course where individuals can come and they can be trained as drone pilots. That's a tremendous course. It actually has taken off very well. It's a 3-week course and it's a premium course. So we do advise that persons can come and become a part of that course, and when they leave, they'll be certified drone pilots. Our HR department, they have a form that can be filled. So once someone has an interest, they can give us a call, and we can actually give them the information as to how to sign up for that course. Currently, the cost of this course is 150,000 Jamaican dollars. We have kept that cost for the last 3 years. And this is a premium course, it's worth much more than that. When an individual comes into this course, they will learn the theory behind drone technology. They will learn how to do drone maneuvers so that they can be safe while flying. They will learn all the rudiments of the drone and how it works. They'll also learn the legal requirements. So they'll learn how to apply for a permit to fly. They'll learn how to operate within the airspace, which most persons who are flying drones do not understand, that there are laws, regulations, do's and don'ts. So it's a very packed course, and the persons will leave as robust pilots.
This Labor Day, let's grow something together. From May 15th through to the 30th, the Forestry Department will be having a Labor Day seedling distribution. Individual members of the public can collect up to 5 seedlings for free, including 1 fruit tree from the Forestry Department nursery while stocks last. Collect yours at the agency's head office in St. Andrew or its locations at Williamsfield in Manchester and Monique St. Anne. You can also purchase a selection of potted plants and other seedlings, including ornamental fruit and timber. Distribution will take place Mondays to Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. On May 22, seedlings and potted plants can be collected from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be no distribution on Labor Day, Friday, May 23. For more information, visit the Forestry Department website at forestry.gov.jm, call 876-618-3205, WhatsApp 876-995-8521, or email the department at fdinfo@forestry.gov.jm.
An artisan is a worker in a skilled trade, especially one that involves making things by hand. This word perfectly describes Shane Miller of Stevo's Weavers Handcraft Limited. Let's take a look at his journey.
Weaving, a craft that has stood the test of time. While young weavers are an increasingly rare sight these days, Shane Miller of Newmarket in St. Elizabeth is breathing new life into this age-old skill. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. a famous quote from Albert Einstein, and fitting description of how Steve's Weavers was born.
So once the COVID came in and I was doing my online studies, you know that you have a lot of time while you were studying. So I am from a family that is very known for weaving, but they go on a different path in terms of how they sell their products. So either they go like to the craft markets or to the hotels, but I decided to do mine through social media. So that's where I venture out into weaving.
The products weaved range from functional decor to storage items and even fashion.
So my tagline is crafting your curiosity, which simply means that you come with your idea, your thought, and your style, and I will weave anything for you. So the products are like basket, baby bassinet, trays, handbags, laundry basket, mats, bowls in different styles, shapes, and patterns.
A trained chemistry teacher, Shane's studies added a unique flair to his designs.
In terms of the colors that make the pattern of the products, those are from dyes. And my chemistry knowledge really enhanced that aspect of it, where I mix the dyes with like aluminum sulfate and vinegar, which is ethanoic acid, and all of those things to get the pretty colors that you're seeing in the products. So that aspect of chemistry really helped me in the business wise. It has enhanced my knowledge so that, you know, I can go there and present myself.
When asked about the journey thus far, this is what he had to say.
It has been a good one, you know. It has been a good one. It has more advantages than disadvantages to it.
So good, he won $400,000 in the pitch competition on the St. Elizabeth leg of the 2025 MSME Business Roadshow, put on by the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce.
It was a really good one, a very exciting one. I asked for the amount that I want, and it's for Amazon, to launch on Amazon. So I was approved to be a seller on Amazon. So it would help me to launch my products on Amazon.
A man on a mission, Shane is also the winner of the 2023 Prime Minister's Youth Award in Entrepreneurship and the 2024 King's Trust Global Youth Achiever Award for the Caribbean.
So anything that can elevate my business, because I realize that it is a very unique thing that I'm doing. So I try to highlight my business with anything possible.
As for the future of Steve's Weavers?
Well, I want to open like stores like in resort areas, and I want to be on most of the platforms like Etsy, Amazon, as I mentioned previously, and just to have my own website, have more persons working with me so that I can do mass production.
A young man taking the creative path not often traveled by his peers. Shane Miller is not just weaving products, he's crafting a legacy.
For 2025, NCMC is expected to develop a theme. What is that theme? After a situational assessment of Jamaican landscape, we have selected the theme, Act Now, Stand Against Child Abuse and Exploitation, for the Child Month of 2025. This theme addressing a pressing and heartbreaking reality that violence and abuse against children remain a critical public health and human rights issue in Jamaica. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency reported that 43,312 cases of child abuse between January 2019 and December 2020, averaging 60 reports per day. On a global scale, the CDC estimates that 1 billion children experience violence each year. Based on the recent statistics from the crimes committed against children for the years 2020 to 2024, 168 children between the ages of 0 to 17 were murdered. 1,439 were victims of rape. 2,576 sexual offenses. 351 shootings.
Make sure the people them safe everywhere. Act now, no wait till tomorrow. Make it smile.
Jamaica is to achieve the goals of Vision 2030 to become the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business, we must do more to protect our children. What are we planning to do about this? The National Childhood Committee is taking a firm stance. We are calling on every Jamaican to join us. Some say, it's not my place to ask or tell if I notice abuse. We say, we won't go quietly in the night. Rather, we will rage against the dying light. Silence is a heavy chain that binds a child and cripples their prospects. How can we hide behind the mask? Each time we hush or shift our gaze, we leave a child lost.
No more hush, hush, no more shame. Every little voice to call out name. No more hush, hush, no more shame. Every little voice to call out name.
The NCMC is pleading with you to act with us. We have a schedule of activities. The first one is our media launch, and we're talking about it. Event 2, our church service on Saturday, May the 3rd, 2025 at the Northern Caribbean University in Mandeville. Event 3, our National Children's Day for Friday, May the 16th. And what color do you wear? Sunshine yellow. Sunshine yellow. Event 4, our National Day of Prayer, Wednesday, May 28th. This is to foster a sense of unity and solidarity. Event 5, our Care Package Distribution Day, May 30th, to provide at least 500 primary-age children with food supplies. We partner with private and public entities to source food supplies for the children in need. We have a calendar, our May calendar, to provide tips to adults to help them to get in the know. What can I do from where I stand, and how can I help? We encourage you that if you are not able to participate in our activities, create your own. Be that guy, a child's keeper. Act from where you stand. Let us, as our mandate implores us to do, use the month of May nationally, recognize as Child Month to educate the public about the needs of children and to inspire action at every level to support them.
Rise! Protect we youth! Speak the truth! Defend the road! Act now against child abuse! Act now against exploitation! Don't destroy the future of our nation! Don't destroy the future of our nation! Act now!
As a people, food can equate. But we must know when certain things too much. My advice to you is this. Swap out the little fried fry for some healthier options like baked chicken and baked potatoes. Avoid sugary drinks, my friend. Instead, grab a nice fresh coconut water to keep you hydrated and energized. We can also eat more fruits and vegetables. I know you love the ackee, but add some pineapple, banana, or string bean to balance it out, no? Fruits fresh and ready for your energy. Make a better effort to improve your nutrition. Every little change help for the better.
As we wrap up today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, we hope you found these features informative and engaging. Let's stay connected through our website, jis.gov.jm, and on social media. On behalf of the production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.